Hey guys, it's Rob Schwartz with another pro tip for you. Today, I want to talk a little bit about standardized testing and more specifically the SAT and ACT exams. Yes, there seems to be this sort of ebb and flow in how these exams are seen and used in college admissions. And there's going to be some pretty big changes coming, at least to the SAT in the coming year or so, about how you're going to take the test, the length of the exam, the types of questions you might face. I'm not going to talk specifically about changes to the SAT in this visit, but I do want to have a sense of, do you have a plan when it comes to these standardized tests? I'm a big fan of having a plan. That's part of what I do for families, is have a sense of what are you trying to do before you need to do it. So the SAT and the ACT are both offered 7 times a year in their current format. Does it really matter whether you take it as a sophomore, a junior, an early senior? Not really. The better question is, are you ready at the time that you are registered to take the test? No one test is significantly better than another. I know there's lots of families who try to game the system. The reality is the standard deviation is so small between those 7 exams that you're talking on SAT standards, 10 to 20 points is the difference of the average scores here. It's nothing worth bending your plan to try to catch those 10 or 20 points. More importantly, from my perspective, is do you have a sense of what schools you're targeting? Here in California, if we're targeting Cal State schools or UC schools, these are all test blind institutions. What's that mean? It means they don't use SAT or ACT scores in admission decisions. Test blind. So for those families that are simply looking at those and only those schools, why are you even taking the SAT or ACT? For most of you, you're looking at a wider variety of schools. You're looking at schools that use the common application, the coalition application, a different out-of-state application. Almost all of them are going to fit into one of a handful of categories. We have the aforementioned test blind. We have test optional. We have test recommended, and we have test required. The one in there that normally causes the most sort of fear and misunderstanding is this idea of test optional. What the heck does that really mean anyway? Test optional on the surface says exactly as it is. If you want to take an SAT or ACT test and submit it as part of your academic skill set, please do. We will take that into consideration along with all the other values we look at. What if you don't? Then you don't. Then we won't take it into consideration. That's fine and good, but let's also be fair and honest with ourselves. If you know what the middle 50% of SAT or ACT scores are for an admitted population, and you should be able to find a pretty good set of numbers here. If you know your score isn't in or above that range, you're not going to submit it. Don't you think colleges know that? Yeah, it's probably not that you couldn't get to the SAT or ACT. We're not, smack dab in the pandemic where most testing centers were closed. You can take an SAT or ACT in most instances, in most of the 7 opportunities throughout the year within a short drive of where you live. So if you opted out, there must have been a reason. So colleges can take this into consideration. Now, sometimes it just doesn't make sense to submit that score, and I'm with you. Sometimes it's worth taking a shot at it, making an honest effort, and seeing what happens. The worst thing is you go, that didn't go according to plan. I'm not going to use that test score. But maybe it does help you. Don't you at least want to find that much out? So, in summary, have a plan. When does it make sense for us to take this test? How many times can we take it? Well, as long as the credit card goes through, they'll let you take it as many times as you want. That doesn't mean you should. Generally speaking, 2 attempts is good. If you need a 3rd attempt, go ahead and give it a shot. But beyond that number, don't expect there to be a significant change the 4th or 5th try. You've probably done the best you can do with the tools you have. Put in the time, put in the preparation. If you're going to play, as Herm Edwards once said, play to win the game. That's kind of what we want to do in college admissions, not even just standardized testing. We play to win the game. If you're not sure how to win the game, get in touch with someone like me. Happy to set up a free consultation, answer any questions or concerns that you have, and try to point you in the right direction. My email is rob@premiercollegeguide.com. Get in touch anytime. I'm here to help. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.